Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a vegan broth, and then I'm also going to be making a vegan broth wreath, kind of like what they made on the holiday British Bake Off. So I'm going to be making those two. So I'll be showing you first how to make the vegan broth and then how to assemble your wreath. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to first start on my dry ingredients. So in my bowl, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of Vital Wheat gluten, 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast, 1 teaspoon of fennel, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, 1 tablespoon of crushed dried peppers, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, and 1 teaspoon of dry sage. Okay, so now for my wet ingredients. In my Ninja, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of cannellini beans, 1 tablespoon of white miso, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and 1 cup of vegetable broth. Okay, and now I'm just going to mix this until everything is nice and smooth. Okay, so now I'm going to add in my wet ingredients to my dry ingredients. And using my hands, I'm going to just mix this all in, or maybe not my hands at first, but you can either use a spoon or your hands. But I'm going to mix this all in together until I end up with my broad dough. Okay, so now for this next part, you're going to need some aluminum foil, and I'm just going to cut some of my dough off and start rolling it into my broth. And just whatever a broth looks like, that's the shape that I'm looking for. So I'm just going to shape it, roll it out, and this is what you should end up with. And then I'm just going to roll my broth into my aluminum foil, and then once I do that, I'm going to secure my ends by rolling them just like that and transfer them to my water where they'll be boiling. And you just want to cover them slightly, you don't want to cover them fully, and you're just gonna let them steam for 45 minutes. Okay, so it has been 45 minutes, so I'm going to take one out, kind of look at it. This one's kind of, ooh, wow. Doesn't that look amazing? I swear to you, these are so good. They taste just like the real thing, if not better, but that's what you want to end up with. Okay, and this is just a quick montage of me preparing my dough, and I did use my croissant dough for this recipe. I do have a video for that, so I will add the link to the description of this video. Okay, so I will now start making my broth wreath, my vegan broth wreath. So I'm just gonna roll out my dough, and you just want to roll it out as much as you can. You don't want it too thick when you're rolling it out, because you want to be able to roll your broth in with your dough. So I'm just gonna roll it out as much as I can, and then I'm gonna add my broth to it, roll it, and then once I do that, I'm going to shape it into my wreath, and I'm going to use some oil just to secure the edges of it. Well, not the edges, but just where it connects. And then I'm going to cut my little design. Okay, and now my last thing to do, I'm just going to brush it with some of my plant-based milk. So I'm just going to brush the whole thing. Okay, and I'm just going to cover this and let it sit for an hour just so it can double in size. Okay, so it has been an hour, and as you can see, it looks doubled in size, and I did sprinkle some sesame seeds to it, but I'm just going to bake this at 400 degrees for 30 minutes. Okay, so it has been 30 minutes, and look at how amazing this looks. It's a nicely golden brown. It smells delicious. I am so excited to try this. Look at how nice and crispy that looks. I'm just gonna take a bite. Wow, this is so delicious. That broth is so good. The flavors, the fennel is so good in it. Of course, the pastry dough is delicious. It's nice and crispy. Everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And like always, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Until next time.